Hello, this is Ariella Carmel, and we're in Paris as part of Israel's Business Delegation, led by Calcalist and Bank Hapoalim. I'm joined by Yasmin Lukatz, the founder and executive director of Icon. Thank you for joining me, Yasmin.
Thank you for inviting me.
So tell me about Icon.
So Icon is a nonprofit founded 10 years ago in Silicon Valley by a group of people that share a passion for Israeli tech and innovation. And what we are is we call ourselves the paid forward community. So we have Israeli entrepreneurs, tech entrepreneurs, corporate executives in the US that could be in any company, that could be a partner, acquirer, or customer of a startup, and partners in US-based VC firms. And all together, we try to create opportunities for community members to do things together. So what it actually means, we have conferences and workshops and an accelerator program in which entrepreneurs come for 2 weeks to the US. We have a program that focused on fintech, a program that focused on cyber, and actually amazing things happen. People meet investors, they meet customers, they get advice that changes the course of their startup. So actually, I'm very proud to have been doing this for the past 10 years, to be kind of on the intersection of community work. Mm-hmm. We are a nonprofit at the end of the day, and being relevant in tech.
Amazing.
We also have a small fund that invests in alumni of our accelerator program and donates all of the general partner proceeds back to the nonprofit to create this kind of perpetual funding process for the nonprofit to guarantee that it will continue and be there for the Israeli tech ecosystem.
Incredible. And what kind of sectors within tech are you focused on?
So what we care about is that the Israeli startups will be tech and will be Israeli. Mm-hmm. So what we see is actually the face of whatever is currently in the Israeli tech ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So as you can imagine, we don't see a lot of consumer companies. We see a lot of cyber companies, right, AI companies, data companies now, and there are some trends over time. So I think probably in 2016, we saw a lot of smart mobility companies. We saw then there was like some digital health, some fintech companies. So, and now obviously everything is AI related.
So anything within the AI domain that you're noticing?
So we'll do anything as long as the founders are Israeli. Mm-hmm. But naturally what we see is what Israel has to offer.
And are there any particular trends within AI that you think Israel is particularly active within, or that you see Israeli startups moving towards?
So I'd like, we don't have the models, we don't have the chips. So I'm seeing mostly the application layer. Mm-hmm. Would love to see more.
Okay. And what about the last period of time, the ongoing war? How have you seen that impacting the tech ecosystem?
So I think, being venture capital investor, we're naturally optimistic, but at the same time, I got to be realistic too. I'm actually seeing trends both ways. Well, I don't know if trends, but I have anecdotes to share that both ways. I can tell you of a startup that lost a customer once things started, about another startup that's doing more of a consumer product that in the chats, people started talking, said, don't buy this product, don't use this product. The founder is Israeli, of term sheets that are being pulled away. But at the same time, I also meet with investors that tell me, I want to make sure I see every Israeli startup out there. I want to support. I'm not going to make an investment decision just because someone is Israeli, but I want to make sure I've seen everyone that's relevant.
So you're not seeing an impact on investor interest?
Yes, I have heard of term sheets being pulled, but I also heard of investors going out of the way to look for the Israeli startups. Altogether, I'm not sure what's, I want to be optimistic, right, but I see evidence both ways.
Interesting. I'd like to get your thoughts on the number of women that we're seeing in executive roles, female entrepreneurs within the Israeli tech ecosystem. What are you seeing in that regards in terms of the startups you're working with?
It's something that I really care about personally. Now, most of my team is also female, so we all care about that.
Love that.
And it's worrisome. It's not where I would like it to be. I think we all share this concern, this moral responsibility, men and women alike, for ourselves, for our society, for our daughters. Even men should worry about this. All men should worry. Everyone should worry about this. And it's just not there yet. But I think what we do have is a lot of consciousness that there is a problem. I know on our end, we have one of our programs at Icon is a Women in Tech program. So we have a monthly meetup in Palo Alto of women in tech, and there's also a program in New York. We'll make sure there's always role models on stage every time we have a speaker. Just the panel that we just saw, actually, it was like three women and one man. I thought that was very impressive. So
Right.
we work harder to get the women to be on stage, and it's not as easy. We make sure we have female entrepreneurs in our accelerator in every batch, even if they haven't, even if not, enough women haven't applied. We're going to go out of our way to find them. So I think it's our responsibility as a community, as investors, as people in this industry, to go out of our way to create opportunities for women, to make sure they see the opportunities, to put them on stage, to invite them into the accelerators. At the end of the day, I'm not going to admit a woman in my accelerator. I'm not going to make an investment if she's not as good as a man, but I'm going to go out of my way to create the opportunity.
Amazing.
Yes.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today, but thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for inviting me.